Welcome back to Nuke Mode. This is Nuke Mode number 3. I'm Nuclear, and let's get going. First of all, we've got a lot of research. We can get some stuff done. Let's see here. Power will get me another experiment as well as some batteries. It's 45. A larger tank and a engine off to the side. Another decoupler type in those supports. Mech jib. First solar panel as well as inline batteries. Some lights. Excuse me, I've been sneezing for a little bit here. And if you watched earlier, that is the mobile processing lab, which increases the percentage that you can get out of a experiment to be sent, and also cleans your experiments. A little temperature guy. I need the electrical power so I can start using mech jibs. New experiment. I don't have it. More solar types. The better ones that actually extend. Precision engineering, give me the smaller engines, let's say that. That way I can do like small unmanned science probes. I'm going to go and get mech jib. This is the next piece of control. It actually has the next mech jib item. Right now I'm kind of out of research, but back here I got a new research module. So I'm going to build, let's see, science on a new antenna. And although I'm not going to use this parachute, I'm going to have it. I'm going to call this one Laugh. No. Bravo. I hope that's spelled right. Oh well, if it's not. Oh, and for this one, we're going to start deployed. Reason we're going to start deployed is simply we're not going to go anywhere. Yeah, it's not much. 7. But it also gives us enough for another research, which we're going to use to get let's go with these. Back with this guy, we're going to have him retract, or retracted. We're just going to put a little funny guy. Reason is, let's go on and put an action. To observe. Yeah. And we're gonna get rid of that. T. Oop. Don't want to hit the both control and. I don't know why I just did that. I don't need to freaking throttle up for a solid fuel. Keep it. Now I'm also trying to see how high this little solid booster will actually get me. Definitely boost beyond terminal velocity. Way beyond terminal velocity for this vehicle's height, or I should say weight. Height, okay. Yeah, it's not that high, but you know, that don't really matter. You can see the arrow stream starting to pop up. If we go much faster, it'd probably go into the plasma. Now I'm going to wait for the next section till we actually start descending. That's not too bad. Maybe 2 stages of that and I'll be good. Or a big one. I'll try a big booster next time. A little more thrust. A lot more weight though. Put some two solar panels so I can put a mech jet show you how that goes. Oh, and there's the other runway right there. So if you can't make it to this guy, you can make it there if you're going the other way. Alright. Come on. Pop that chute, disengage that. And we are accelerating though. Just because too high up. Starting to decelerate. And I'll put a cut in here real quick so that we'll just jump ahead to using the research. Alright, we got 22.5 out of that. And letting you know, the vehicle actually hit at 7.4 meters a second, which is a little fast, but it's okay. Gonna go in here. And like I said earlier, I'm gonna put some solar panels. That way I can run MechJeb safely. Alright. Got a lot of thrust there. Huge thrust weight ratio. But almost 5. Let's see what we get out of one of these. Not as much, but a little more thrust, or a little more time, and a little more, yeah. I just decided to go on and just keep one of those. I'd have thought that the bigger one would have had a better thrust to weight ratio. Oh well. Alright, take you. Oop, I only need let's put 3, that way I have enough room. I can put some winglet in here. Won't be that good, but just realized that I didn't rename this vehicle from Bravo 1. That's okay. What we're gonna do is use the Smart SAS, even though I don't need it. And I do know that that's what I need to do. Whoa. That would have been hilarious. Pull this guy up. Alright, here we go. rotate it. Now I'm looking for the upper atmosphere with this one. Now we are getting to some pretty high speeds, but not nearly as what we did. Let's go to all stat. 4.75. Then we're gonna increase when we jettison this thing. And now we're getting plasma trails that were so fast. Ever seen a plasma trail launch? Now you have. Upper atmosphere. Now I have deployed the parachute, but it will not deploy. We are too high. I think we might go into space. Oh my god. Looks like what should have been Bravo 2 is going to be good enough that... Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Maybe I should have banked it. Alright, we're gonna time excel. This will definitely get space. Give me a second. I'm gonna look at something real quick. Maybe this one's not even... No. I'll have to have even more power to get the high space. Entering the atmosphere. I'm a little off kilter, but that's okay. Parachute will correct me. And 1.4 ton. Just kind of easing down. I'm probably going to land about 7.4, 7.5 meters per second, so it'll be a safe landing. So I'm going to put a cut in here till the next one, which will be launching identical craft up into space. Well, I was wrong. It landed at 7.7. Still safe, but that's okay. Didn't really want to go suborbital, but that's okay. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to take that off. Put another one on here. The reason for that is I'm going to get suborbital easily. But why not go for it? Get to high orbit as well. And because of the fact that this guy's gonna eject basically in space, right now I want to hey. There we go. What I've kind of decided to do here is a boost stage for the boosters. Then another 2. Just right there. Now we're going to look at my delta V real quick. Oh, hang on. This guy in here. Much better. Let's actually correct the name. Alright. I'm going to keep this guy up, but I'm going to bring this guy back. Go to 90. Let's fly. Now these guys are holding a lot more weight, but they'll have some good thrust. And will help ascend the vehicle. 2, 1. There we go. This guy's a little more thrust. Should get into space just fine. I hope. These aren't designed to go into orbits. They're designed basically to go straight up and straight back down, really. That was a pretty unique separation. I actually kind of like that one. Oh well. Lost a few meters per second off of it. Turn that off. Go and get the parachute going. Let's run that one. Keep it. And we should be high enough that we'll get the next one. Let's see. Yep, there's a high one. And we'll be back on the ground soon. Put a cut in here, and we'll see you back on the ground, recovering the science. We'll see how we did. Alright, I'm back real quick here. Was expecting to get back to KSP. Had a little problem with balancing due to the fact of these guys are not very balanced. I've got all 4 chutes deployed, and I believe I'm over the highlands. Yeah. So, we're going to keep that. Didn't I have one over the highlands? Yep. But I did not get this. So we're going to get a little extra out of the crew report. And let's see how we do on the landing. Slow down time acceleration to standard right before we come down. And disengage that right before getting down. I'm gonna jump out, see if there's an EVA. That's what I thought. And we're gone. 96 in all. We've got the in-space, high over, suborbital. Kind of getting low on that, but that's okay. Reason for all this. So now I can either do this guy, which is bigger tank, or I can even go up and do these, which small engine and all sorts of different things. We also have fuel tanks here, different size. Another decoupler, don't need that. Different things. Control, I've already got a unmanned that I can do. Nice temperature there. Got power and an unmanned. I think I'm gonna go with this guy. I do want that, but what this gives me is a lot more valuable. And I'll show you why. Alright, science-wise, we're still stuck at basically the same thing. But alright, let's put that there. That's for the moon. That's for Minimus. That's so wherever we land, we actually have something. Okay, land. Yeah, we need to do something for landing. There we go. I want this one first because it'll pull me correctly. Put that there. Only need one mech jab. And we'll put those together. Alright. Well, I know I just said I was going to do something with that. Unfortunately, because I don't have anything worthwhile research-wise, I just realized that. I don't actually need that guy, but this I will need. It makes it a lot easier. So what we're going to do is just go on and build a large tank. And we're gonna, I don't know why that's still there. Although that's really low, that's actually pretty good. But something we're gonna do, we're gonna do in only 2. You're gonna see why. If you can read this, we got all of this. It's not that much thrust. It's kind of heavy, you know, all this. But if that burns off, I eject it and I've got this. Or when it burns off, hopefully. I could be carrying too much fuel right now. And I'm going to go on and go to a suicide 5. If you watch my tutorial, it'll show you why I consider this a suicide. But I don't have enough thrust to get off the ground. It's okay, it's planned. The idea is that I extend this down. Oop. Put some struts in here so it's more sound. These guys will actually help me launch, or hold me until I launch. These will do control, and let's not forget the all-important engines. Now I've got plenty of thrust to get off the ground. But while I'm adding tanks so that I can actually have fuel to get into space, of course my thrust is going down. Gonna do some structure here to each other. Now I'm also, because this is tall enough, I'm worried about separation. And since this is going to be up here for so long and endure so much G-forces, I'm going to do that. Looks good. Now, this is about, what, 3,900? I want more. Problem with putting more, what do you do? Well, I'm gonna do big block solids. And I'm gonna add some structure in here. Ooh. Would help if it's on the right side. Alright. I call this Bravo 4. Alright, let's try it out. Alright. Back with Bravo 4. We just had a unique launch. It unfortunately is not going to be in this video due to the fact that the vehicle self-destructed. I'm going to go on and launch, execute that. And reason for the self-destruct was not a design flaw, it was a human error by trying to release just a half second early. Unfortunately, that half second with powerful engines will destroy your ship with it flying through it. So, I'm going to restart this one. Hopefully we'll get up and I won't make any more mistakes. It is throttling down for preventing terminal velocity. This guy will actually do that. I can't actually control that yet. I don't believe. Nope. That's because it's in a later piece. A little delay there on launching that. Oh well. I'm gonna put in the 85. Alright, I'm going to execute that late. That's okay. I'm going to put in 45. And I am waiting late on these guys, so just FYI. And the next one, I'm gonna be holding on to for a little while here. Come on. Good sep. And execute that. This is a pretty big engine right now. Hit that. Now my first target is going to be the moon, of course. Swing out to the moon. Pick up some mineral. Study. Maybe swing out some minimus. Although I don't have an antenna, so I kind of bit myself there. But if I can get into the lower moon, I'll be fine. And yes, I am getting up a lot of altitude. That's okay, I'm going to be going even further than what I am, or even further than my current apoapsis. As you can see, I'm kind of running a little low on fuel in this stage. It's funny, for where I need to be starting the drive over here so that I can get up to the moon. Let's look at my orbital information. If I can get that up to 70 kilometer before I run out of fuel, will be good. Thank you. We're going to add a maneuver node. And we're going to try to get a good intercept. Now that's a bad intercept. I've never had to fiddle with this thing so much before. Keep trying to get... I guess that'll be good enough. Let's go to node. Yes, I am losing a lot of power. None of my solar arrays that's way up here is facing the sun. until now. Alright, that looks good. We're gonna do some time acceleration. And that's because of the mech jet. It constantly uses power, so you can't just launch a rocket without some sort of solar or other types of energy source. Alright. I'm not throttled up. Probably mech jet correcting my steering. Alright. As you can tell, this stage does not have enough to do this. And now we're on the little guy. It will take it a little while because of it having a low thrust to weight ratio. But we'll make it. You can also watch this side. It's climbing. And to what I hear from different videos, old videos of when this was before 0.1 something, they didn't even have maneuver nodes. Everything was manual. Couldn't tell where you were going or how fast or what your orbit was going to look like. You had to almost do it on instinct. And let's just say, to what I keep hearing, it was barely playable. My power abscess is going down, but that doesn't matter to me much right now. What matters is getting this burn done correctly. Because if I intercept, I don't think my power abscess is going to be a problem. My apoapsis puts me in a good position to try to run after Minimus. I can probably take a crew report EVA and just keep it, but you never just want to get a little science, you want to get a lot of science. Alright. First of all, that node needs to go away. Yes, I do have a small problem. Throttling up. We'll solve it. It looks like. Yep. But my power abscess on the moon is not getting better by much. And that's an escape velocity. Why is that having trouble? Oh well. Let's go and get rid of it. Turn you off, because you're kind of getting annoying. And now go to you again. It's barely anything. Right now I'm missing my maneuver node editor. Or not the editor, the maneuver node planner. That's okay. Let's do a little pre-throttling. One good thing about low thrust engines and low thrust total is you can do very fine-tune items. Problem is, if you need it's kind of like you using a little toy hammer or a little tinkering hammer, but you need a sledgehammer sometimes. You don't want to use a sledgehammer for what you need a tinkering hammer for, and you don't want to use a tinkering hammer for a sledgehammer. Well, getting up into space is a sledgehammer. And there's a lunar intercept. What I'm going to do though, is I'm going to pull throttle till I've got an orbit, not just any orbit, really in tight orbit. It's rather dangerous without the mech gem doing it precisely. But I still got a lot of fuel. And because of the low gravity of the moon, my thrust to weight ratio just skyrocketed. Trying to decide on if that's good, or do I want it closer, or do I want to keep about right there, just get closer on another one, or what? Alright. Full throttle. And that is descending while that one's climbing. Because I still got an escape. But as I'm slowing down, that escape gets longer and longer away. You know what? I'm gonna shut this off. Go to retrograde. Just hold it retrograde. Get rid of that. I'm gonna do it full manual. Well, not full manual, but you get what I mean. Throttle back. Because I'm doing it this way, I can actually get really close if I wanted. Let's get in close. Closer. And closer. And closer. Anybody getting scared? Let's go right there. Alright. I'm pretty sure. Already the crew. Did I do the goo though? Yes, I did the goo. What I did not do is this one because that was not out yet. Keep it. Oh, and I'm just gonna go on and extend those. I'm not gonna land. God, no, I'm not gonna try to land. But might as well have them out. Won't forget about them. Alright, coming in. And I can't remember when it specifically said you're at a low altitude for the moon. Turn that off. That way if I find a low altitude, this is going to be the fastest, so I'm going to use it. You know what? Scratch not using that. I want to prograde. I got near moon. Did I get these guys? Yes. Oh, crud. Yeah. Did I get an EVA? Most likely. Yes, I did. Oh, man. Alright. Where the heck is Minimus? Minimus is one of those difficult ones. Just target Minimus. And way over here, I'm going to throttle up. Wow. Maybe I need to do the throttle up over here. Now there is one problem with doing this. Minimus is on a different inclination. I'll be right there. Well, it's right there. Braking actually gets rid of it. I'm going to use this brake one, but I'm going to add. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sweet. Alright. Go to Node. In 7 hours, I'm going to throw some throttle on this thing. Alright. Maybe I am going to Minimus. Well, get ready, guys. yeah. Here's another nice one for you guys. We're under 10,000 right now. At that kind of speed. I've done closer. 3,000 at almost 850. Alright. This one's got to be pretty precise because it's going from one moon to another. So it's not only interacting with this one's area of influence, it's also interacting with Kerbal's and then the moon, or Minimus's. So this is a difficult one. And I bypassed it. On accident. I know. Amazed though that I'm coming out and able to hit that thing without changing my inclination. Alright, get rid of the node. And as you can see, I missed. What the heck? I don't care about using more thrust because I can easily brake right after it. Alright, let's go there. Say bye-bye to the moon. And we'll say hello to Minimus. And we just changed influences. Wow. Right now, we would not intercept, but would re-intercept the moon and be slung into deep space. Or we can do this and be slung into deep space. Difficult decision, huh? And that's what I'd really like to get a lot of times when I'm trying to go interplanetary, is a grav assist from the moon. I don't ever shoot for Minimus. Too difficult of a target and throws you off. Alright, coming up on the burn. You know what? Let's go and start the burn. Just to start seeing it move. Shouldn't take much difference of thrust, either positive or negative. Yeah, I've got an intercept. Wow. And I still got a whole tank set to drop. Yeah, go prograde. Actually, retro. I want to try it. Reason I'm hitting retro is to go into orbit. Alright. And yes, I have a lot of thrust compared to weight when I'm at Minimus. It's bending, it's just not bending much. Or it is, it's just I'm not looking at it at the right angle. Holy moly. Oh, I'm slow. Orbit-wise. That's nearly a polar. You know what, I'm deciding I'm not gonna try to land this thing. What I am gonna do is get as much science as I possibly can. I almost forgot what the heck I was doing. That's scary. Now that is still considered not a high or low orbit. In fact, oh, maybe it is. Hang on. It's gonna take me 21 hours to get there. I mean, look at my orbital speed. And if this is right, I still got enough fuel that I can land if I wanted to, and take back off. I might save Bravo 4. Because I've been to the moon, I'm now at Minimus, with enough fuel to land if I wanted, mind you. I just don't have an antenna. Oh, and the best place to land on these things, on minimus, it's these lakes here. Alright, because I'm holding on because I don't have any transmit capabilities. I gotta check if I'm in low. Nope, still saying high. Well, looks like we're gonna go back. Without it. If I can throttle, change my inclination. Hey, come on. Whoa, wrong way. There we go. Better inclined. Kinda doesn't really matter. Let's get rid of this one then. What I was looking at is possibly... What the hell? Huh. It is actually doing that. Oh, wrong side of the planet. I think. You know what? Let's just go. Accelerate, Pro. Alright. Get rid of the extra weight. And now that I'm escaping, go over here. You got 9 days away. Wow. I think I can afford it anywhere I want to. Go retro. Ooh! Moon encounter. That's a landing orbit. Let's go on and land. See where I'm gonna land first, though. Alright. see if I can target that landmass. Ooh, hang on. Get rid of that. Add a little thrust. Reason I just noticed that is this thing is a huge chunk of land. And as I'm coming in, I can easily slow down. I mean, come on, I got a lot of thrust here. Guessing that's prograde, since that's all it did. That's about to go into escape velocity, and just did. That'll be good, and we're gonna let it time accelerate. Be nice to land like right there. But I am coming in with a lot of speed. Let's wait a minute. Alright, now I'm gonna burn it all. And while I'm in the atmosphere, it's slowing me down, as well as my engine slowing me down. If I could land right there, it'd be great. But I need to stop throttle, get around here a little bit. Probably right about there. Yeah. Oof. Max up back into space. Did not realize that. That actually is pretty good. 12-day mission. Jebediah will definitely want to get back to his family. Miss Kerman and little Jebediahs are probably worried sick about him. Alright. Like I said, I'm wanting to land there. Go away. My engine is actually capable of having me going up now, since I've got so much fuel burned off. And I think from how this is looking, I'm just going to let this thing burn out and then start popping shoots. I know this is high atmosphere. Looks like I'll probably land on this grassland here. Would have liked it to be more centered, but you know, a little late on the burn. Sorry, just bumped the mic. And I'm going to turn that off. Well, actually, you know what? I always have that problem with the parachutes for some reason. Oh, it got so slow, no plasma. Oh, spoke too soon. Let's go and turn it off. I'm going to turn this on though. But I'm going to hold it way up here. If I can. Looks like right now I can't. Let's do something else as well. I'm going to split these guys up. That one. And that one. Uh-oh. Which one did I pull? This one? Okay, which one's its counterpart? Pulled that one. I need that one. And now I'm just about crawling in the air. Don't raise while flying over Kerbal. You sorry SOB. Oh well. Let's land. Oh, I'm landing close to noon. You gotta be kidding me. I keep landing at noon. This whole video I've been landing at noon. Touchdown. Alright. I'm pretty sure this is grassland. Yes, it is. Too bad I can't do a crew report. Cape. See what I mean? EVA then. EVA report. Sorry, Jebediah. Alright, let's see. Plant flag. Call it grassland. Oops. Okay. Take surface sample. Let's go and recover. Jebediah is back. We got 21 science. Recover Bravo 4. 704.9 science. Alright. Crew report while high over minimus. 20. UVA 35. Mineral study while in space over the moon. 75. While high over the moon. 75. Observation of Kerbal's grassland. Goo. 3. Whatever. Observation while high over minimus 40. Recovery of a vessel that returned from orbit around minimus 20. Yeah. I think we got some science. But we shall wait for Nuke Mode number 4 for that. Until then, I'll see you out there and see you around.